Hello everybody, this is Frogman and welcome back to Ultimate Alchemy. This is going to be episode number 7. In the last episode we got a little bit of Petain going, and I have since made a couple of more, well, 4 more of the Endo Flames, and we have been working on filling up some more mana pools so we can do a little bit of crafting with this stuff. We're looking towards using a little bit of this, as we spoke about in the last episode, for being able to alchemize and catalyze things into other things. So we'll talk about that in just a second. I wanted to kind of do another little deal over here, since we've got the atomic reconstructor from Actually Additions. I went ahead and made a farmer, which a farmer is not all that impossible to make, other than it requires Inuri crystal blocks, which of course you can just take an Inuri or a regular iron block, toss it in front of the atomic reconstructor, hit the button, and you can make those. So it's over here farming, for some odd reason, farming all rice right now, but that's okay because we need a little bit of rice so we can make some of the slime balls. I also got it to make a bunch of string for us, so when we need string, we've got it, which means I can make filters now. And I think I'm probably going to go ahead and, while I'm sitting here, the only problem with the farmer is they don't tend to do a very good job sorting out where you want things to be, so we're just going to go ahead and toss some of these back down just for right now, just because I want a little bit of string for wools and filters and such, which is nice now because we can do that. We'll just put this back in here, I guess, and that in there. Alright, I'm just going to let that run for a little while and let it do what it needs to do. It's eventually probably going to repopulate everything with one or the other, so I'm going to do you for right now. This is going to get us, like I said, rice slime balls, which we'll be able to use to make a few other things. So, alright, so back to the Petain Catalyst thingy problem. The Petain Catalyst, as we saw, so Alchemy Catalyst, this guy right here requires 2 brewing stands, which is either going to require blaze rod, which requires Thaumcraft, or blaze powder. Now, there are several different ways of getting blaze powder. We can pulverize a blaze rod. We can find some cinder pearls, which I don't think are available. Then there is this recipe here where you take a fluid transposer and some liquid XP or some essence of knowledge with some sulfur, which the sulfur is a problem because sulfur you can pulverize possibly occasionally to get, pulverize netherrack occasionally to get some sulfur. There's other ways like lapis ore we can do, probably not. Apatite ore we can actually craft, I believe, if I remember. I don't think so, actually. No, it's a different process. But blaze powder, we'll just do this. There are several ways of getting it, and I think the way I am going to do is going to be a little bitty kind of crazy way of messing around, because we're going to need one of these deals anyway. So the centrifugal separator can separate magma creams into slime balls and blaze powder. So again, I kind of made all that stuff over there, and I probably don't need it. So a centrifugal separator, well, this is interesting. How do you get a magma cream? Magma creams can be found or got in a mechanical squeezer from Integrated Dynamics when you make a magma block. Well, magma block, supposedly you need magma creams. Well, if I use a drying basin with lava in it, I can get magma blocks, which I can then separate into magma creams, which we can then use this to get the blaze powder. We need a little bit of blaze powder to be able to do that. So let's start at the beginning of that process. The mechanical separator. A mechanical drying basin. A mechanical drying basin from an Integrated Dynamics requires a drying basin, which we can craft pretty simply, and it requires crystallized mineral blocks and crystallized mineral chunks. Well, normally you get that out of a tree. In this pack, we don't get the tree. In this pack, we get an alloy here of redstone slurry and water, which we can then make into the mineral resin that we can then pump out of that thing. So, in between episodes, I already did a little bit of that. Now the fun part. The fun part is we have to be able to, did I save any of that black dye? Probably not. Well, we're going to have to get us some black dye to be able to make some ink sacs. So let's start looking down this line of things. Black pigment. Come on. I just missed it. Ink sac, black pigment. Make. Thanks. All right. So, do we have the wood we need to be able to make this? We do. No, I think we're good to go on that. So let's go ahead and get the mechanical drying basin going here. So we need some wood. Put that in there. That is this. I think I am going to contemplating crafting 2 of these. So let's just make 2 of these real quick. And then we need to do this. So that means we need 4 of these. So I hope I have enough of this stuff to do this. So let's see here. Here is here. So let's just grab a little bit of that. And we need a couple of blocks of redstone. So just go ahead and make all 6 of those. And yeah, we should be good to go now. So if I make 1, 2, oh, these don't stack. Nice. What are we short? Oh, and you're going to fill up because of the wireless charging. That's even better. What am I short? Oh, we need some more of this. Okay, we can do that. And there is the 4th one. So, should be able to now craft 1 and 2. Awesome. All right, so I can put this away, and we can put those away. All right, mechanical drying basins. What we have to do is we're going to basically just work through this with 1 for right now. I made 2 just in case I need to be able to use something eventually. So this, woo. Oh yeah, that's right. These things get funky. Hang on a minute. Don't do that. Is it going to get nasty if I do this? No. I don't know why they do that. It's an interaction between the sides that causes problems. So anyhow, we'll put you in the box over here with some of the other tools because we're going to have to use those to be automated later on. They're pain in the butt kind of stuff. All right. So that means I can put a lava bucket through that thing, which I have gone ahead and crafted a few of, and it will make, as soon as it gets done, magma blocks. Sweet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How much do you hold? I don't even know. Probably take the rest of it. Get these down in here. 1, 2, 3. You full? We got room for 2 more. And I'm just going to go ahead and make a few of these because we're going to want a few of them. And I'll just put you up there. And these things are pretty terrible on this end of it. This is going to be one of those we're not going to need a lot of it right now. So let's just go ahead and get him sped up and get this over with. Okay, so magma blocks. We now have a few of them, and I don't believe I can uncraft them, which is kind of silly, but it's alright. So, uses on this guy, we can make it into netherrack, which netherrack we can make in this pretty simply. I've actually already done it with a little bit of lava and stone. So, let me see, netherrack. Netherrack you can craft just by casting lava over regular stone. So, I made some of that just because I was thinking we were going to go a different direction for a second, but whatever. Okay, so again, the uses on this in a... where is it? A pulverizer, we can get the magma creams. Now, so that means we need to make a pulverizer finally. So a pulverizer, if I can type and spell, finally get to make one of these. So we should have everything except maybe the flint. I don't know, do we have any flint over here? Nope, 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 and nope. Give me a little bit of gravel, and I will make a little bit of flint. Cool. And you can just have that for right now. Alright, so pulverizer piston. I don't know how much of this we probably don't have right now. Hang on, back up. I want the right one, that one. 1, 2, and one of these. And the right gear, please. Thank you. One of those. And can we craft it? We can craft it. All right, pulverizer. So we'll just set Mr. Pulverizer, I guess, right here for right now. And do that and toss those in there. And give it a hand. And come on. Finish up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, Alright. So, that should theoretically be 60 slime balls and 60 blaze powder. Sweet. Now, the usage on this guy. We can craft him back into that, which I don't know why you would want to do at this point, but okay. Where is my thing? I need a centrifugal separator. Now, here's where the next rabbit hole goes down the way. So, centrifugal separator requires constantan ingots. Constantan ingots require nickel. So now we have to make nickel. Well, how do we make nickel? Nickel can be made in a fractioning still with a little bit of iron, molten iron, which we'll have to process. And in order to get a fractioning still, here's the thing, we need a piece of pulverized nickel. So how do you get pulverized nickel? Well, there are various ways, so let's look at this again. Nickel ore can be crafted with molten nickel over here, which is not how we're going to be doing this because we need to be able to do something else. What I need to look at is iron ore. Iron ore can be crafted using a casting table, casting a whole block of iron over the top of some stone. And then we can pulverize that to get our first nickel. So let's see how many that's going to take. So yes, and go, and let you go to work, and I'm going to grab a little bit of this stone, and we're going to put a little bit of this stone in this hopper so that it places it in here. So are you done? You're getting there. All right, that's 4 blocks. And we pour. And that takes a minute. So just make a few of these real quick. Oh, nuts. Was I too quick? Yes, I was. Shoot. No, I wasn't. It's doing okay. Little too quick on that, wasn't I? Yeah, I was. Okay, no big deal. But if we're lucky in the first 10 or 12 of these, we'll get what we need. Really? Really? Are you kidding me? That the first block, that's like a 5% chance. Well, okay, we'll just stop this and do that. That's so quick. I love it. And I'll take these out, and we'll grab this. It just makes everything laggy for a little bit. Oh, I love it. Cool. I get the first one right off the bat. How about the second one? Nope. Of course not. Why would I get it? Anyhow, cool. So with the first one, that will get us the... I don't know why I did all that. I need to actually put that back in there, stupid. Because I need to make a bunch of this. Go ahead and make a bunch of this. Alrighty then, cool. So now we can make our fractioning still. So fractioning still is going to be a gold gear, copper gear, and some other little bitty pieces. So again, one more of these, and one of those, and one of these, and one of those, and one of these, and one of those. Can I do that? Yeah, cool. Another one of those. And we're out of redstone? No, we're not. We got plenty of redstone right here. Thank you. Fractioning still. One of those. Thank you. And go. Bang. Done. Fractioning still. Awesome. Now, I am going to place this guy over here where this is. Oh, and the doorbell rang. So where were we? We were making nickel. So nickel, fractioning still is going to go right there. All right, so I need one of my points. Do we have any more points hanging out? I think I do. Yes, I do. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, now this is not going to get outputted this direction. What we're going to do with it is we're going to see if we can't output the resultant into one of these guys right here, which I should be able to do. Let me go grab another one of these fluid nodes. Do we have some more of them? Oh, I'll just use that one for right now, because I want to be able to craft the ingots right off the bat so that we can make a few other things. So, put put that right here, put that right there with a point on the side of it, and we're going to turn this guy into base power so he gets fueled up. Okay, so I want to make the input here on the top. I want the output on this side here, right there, very good. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put the liquid node right here, or the translocator right there, and tell it to go this way. Hey, down. There you go. Good deal. And have we processed all of that? All right, so that should make us a considerable amount of stuff. Slowly, over a period of time. Very nice. Good deal. Make fast. Go quick, 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 quick. We need a bunch of this. Oh, did that dump the iron? Why did you dump... What? That's not what I wanted. Why did you do that? No. Nickel, thank you. Whatever. They must have got out of that somehow. Cool. Okay. Well, now that we have the nickel, let's see, nickel, 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 nickel ingots, nickel ingots, nickel ingots are over here, silly. This will get us the invar that we're going to need to be able to make the next step in the process. So the next step in the process for blaze rods, all of this is for blaze rods. Of course, it's also for the, gosh, good lord, blaze rod, blaze powder, blaze powders. Blaze powders can be crafted in, I'm completely lost my mind at this point, a centrifugal separator. So a centrifugal separator here needed 2 constantan ingots, which means we need, and I'm just going to stop this for right now, 2 of these guys. We're going to be in trouble with that because this is nice and full, isn't it? Yeah, well, that's awesome. Go ahead and do that then. We'll get this over with. How many's in there? Whatever. I will come right back after this processes all of that, and then we will go ahead on to the next step. So, I'll see you in a minute. Alright, well, since that was incredibly slow, I went ahead and dumped all of the iron that was in the smeltery back into a tank, and then I've got it sitting on top of the still, and it's just going to work on it a little bit. I even went ahead and augmented it up to the hardened level and got a machine processing augment in it to make it run a little faster, and it's still pretty slow. This is going to be one of those that's kind of like this. We're going to set it up and eventually make it do a few things. I don't believe I need a lot of nickel, but I think the invar is going to be something that we're going to want a lot of. So we were still trying to get a few things. So the usage again, like I said, so we can remember, I guess I probably just did this, is we needed a centrifugal separator. Centrifugal separator required 2 constantan ingots, which 2 constantan ingots should just be one of those and one of those in here. Should, a little bit of copper, molten constantan, and go, my friends. Done. Long, ridiculous pathway to get to a few things. Can I have my ingots, please? Thank you. All right. So, centrifugal separator. I need 1 more redstone coil. Back down this line again. Couple of those, 1 of those, another machine frame. Another a compass of all things. Okay, we can do that. And 2 copper gears. 2 copper gears. 1, 2. Centrifugal separator. And I'm going to place centrifugal separator right there. And we're not going to let it output anything. And you can go to work separating those. Slime balls. Awesome blaze powder. So in order to make the catalyst that we want, this guy right here, we need 6 blaze powder. So we'll let that guy do its thing a little bit here. 7, 8, good deal. Awesome. Hello, cat. Good lord. Ready then. So Alchemy Catalyst, 2 brewing stands, 1, 2. And I need a living pearl, so we need to go get one of our ender pearls and toss it in the pool over here. which I have yet to do anything with over here, of course. Toss, mana pearl, awesome. And the alchemy. I knew I needed something else. Part of this issue here doing this is because I want to be able to automate a couple of other things, get some better storage going and some processing. But Alchemy Catalyst, awesome. That's going to give me quite a bit of things that I need, because that means I can save this netherrack that I was planning on grinding up to get sulfur to do something else entirely. So we're going to place you underneath this one here, and I will place the dirt back, or at least put the dirt back. Now, as we can see, we can change a few things. What I want to change right off the bat is this. Do it again. Nether quartz. Nether quartz, nether quartz, nether quartz. As far as I know, that's the only way to get nether quartz, except for duplicating it later on. So now I have a bit of nether quartz, which is wonderful. We are going to make a process for this, and I believe we're probably going to do that in the next episode. So I think I'm going to go do a little bit more of this. Plus, I believe I'm going to, in between episodes, automate the creation of lava, because I'm having to use it quite a bit. I don't have the ability to do the actually additions way just yet, although we just got a whole bunch of nether quartz ore. We can definitely make, I can make something out of this if I want to, but I think I'm going to attempt to automate the furnace way of doing it for a little while, just because, again, it doesn't require a whole lot of power, although we're going to have to put a furnace and a few other things in that area. So I guess, guys, until then, I will see you in the next episode. Thank you. Bye.